Welcome back. We'll start with a new topic, food adulteration and agmark. So what is food adulteration? It is intentionally you are adding foreign substances to get more profit or to increase the weight of the food or adulterant and to increase volume of trade by showing lower price. Okay, this is what called adulteration is. Just for the profit, weight, and to increase the volume, if you are adding the content or foreign material to the food, then it is called as food adulteration. So when is food said to be adulterated? When we can tell the food is adulterated? Constituent is wholly or partly abstracted. Whatever food content is wholly or partly abstracted or adulterated or mixed with the foreign matter. Article is prepared, packed, or kept under insanitary conditions. The wherever the food prepared, packed, and kept is not good, the environment is not good. If there is a rotten, decomposed, or insect in the material, if it contains poisonous ingredient or diseased animal, unprescribed colored substance, if the food is containing the color substance which is not prescribed by the government, any prohibited or excessive preservatives, if the standard is not maintained. So when this happens, we can tell the food is adulterated. So who does this? Who does this adulteration? The merchants and traders to make quick profit, shortage and increasing the prices, consumer demand. If the consumer demand is high and the product is low, then they will go for adulteration. Lack of awareness without knowing, and sometimes unintentionally also this happens. Okay, without the awareness. Food adulterated is dangerous as it affects the health. It may be toxic and deprive from essential nutrition. So food adulteration sometimes can be dangerous to health. It can be poisonous, and it will be deprived of some of the important nutrients. So what are the types of adulteration? First one, intentional. It is added deliberately to increase the margin of profit. So only for the profit, if you are adding, then it is called intentional adulteration. Second, incidental or incidental intentional adulteration. That means adulteration is because of negligence, ignorance, or lack of proper facilities. So just by the ignorance or unintentionally, if you are adding or the food is adulterated, then it is called incidental intentional adulteration. Like example is dropping of indents, pesticide residue. If the pesticides are there or insecticides are there, then it is called unintentional adulteration or incidental intentional adulteration. Next, third one, prevention. Regular market surveys using safer pesticides like synthetic pyrethroids, washing vegetables before cooking, teaching farmers to use pesticides. So how you can prevent the unintentional adulteration means you are conducting the regular market survey using safer pesticides and washing vegetable before cooking and teaching farmer how to use the pesticide. By this you can prevent the adulteration. So which are the adulterants used in the food? In the milk, there will be addition of water or removal of fat. In skim milk, there will be soluble starch. Sorry. In the cream, there will be foreign fats. In the ghee, hydrogenated fat or animal fat. Vegetable oils, there will be cheap or non-edible oil like linseed and mineral oil. Wheat and rice, there will be stones. Bengal gram dal, there will be kesari dal. Chili powder, there will be starch colored red by tar dye. Black pepper, there will be dried papaya seeds. Honey, there will be colored sugar syrup. And tea, exhausted tea leaves. So these are, if these present in the form of food, then it is called adulterated food or adulteration. So food contaminants as allergens. The contaminants of food, for example, preservatives, insecticides, and insect excreta or fragments may act as allergens, and the food by itself may be harmless. The common additives include color, flavoring material, preservative, and insecticides. Sometimes the food is not harm. Okay, it is harmless, but whatever you added is harmful. So this can act as an allergen, and patient may have allergic reaction. Sorry, the people may have allergic reactions. Next, coming to the PFA, that is Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954. This act prohibits manufacture, sales and distribution of not only adulterated food but also food contaminated with microbes, toxicants and misbranded food. So according to this act, we should not sell, the trader should not sell the adulterated food and also insanitary food. There are standards specified for pasteurized milk, milk powder and infant milk food. Okay. This act or a PFA act gives some certain standards for the pasteurization of the milk, milk powder and the infant milk food. By this act, the food shall be deemed to be adulterated if it is not up to the standard, other substances which affects the quality of the substances. So if the food is having some of other substance which will reduce the quality of substance, inferior or cheap substances used as a substitute, substances has been wholly or partly abstracted, product has been prepared, packed or kept under unsanitary condition, poisonous or other ingredient which renders its content injurious to health, prohibited preservative added to the product, quality or purity falls below the prescribed standard. So this everything we have seen, okay, in the first. So if the food is having these are the qualities, then it can be said that it is adulterated. Next, food laws and regulations. The objective is to meet a country's sanitary requirements, food must comply with the local laws and regulation to gain market access. These laws ensure the safety and suitability of food for consumers. So, under this food laws and regulation, the objective says that to meet country's sanitary requirements, food must comply with the local laws and regulations to gain market access. So, all the local laws and regulations to be obeyed by this, the market, whoever traders are there. Okay. What is Agmark? The Directorate of Marketing and Inspection enforces the Agricultural Produce Act 1937. Under this act, grade standards are prescribed for agriculture and allied. Agmark is a quality certification mark. So, this Agmark is a quality certification mark. Whichever product containing this Agmark, then the product we can tell is it is not adulterated. Okay? And it ensures quality and purity of product. It acts as a third-party guarantee to quality certificate. And quality standards for agricultural commodities are framed based on their strict quality. So, this purity and quality of a product can be confirmed or certified by this Agmark. Standards are being harmonized with international standards, keeping in view with WTO requirements, that is World Trade Organization requirements. Certification of agricultural commodities is carried out for the benefit of producer, manufacturer and consumer. Okay. These standards are harmonized with the international standard with the view which is given by the WTO, World Trade Organization. Here the certification is given based on the quality and the purity. Products available under Agmark are pulses, whole spices or ground spices, vegetable oil, wheat products. Other products such as honey, asafoetida, rice, tapioca sago, seedless tamarind and besan are also called as gram flour. So these are the products assured by the Agmark. So that's all about the PFA and Agmark. We'll see in the next slide. Thank you.